fraud, street.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Just What We Need, another Philly sports show. Great to see everybody. Now, you know what he was asking for another sports show, but we're giving you one anyway. There's no shortage of sports in Philly, but we're back. And we got a great panel tonight. Here for the first time on the Sports Pod is Mike Dougherty. Thanks for coming out, Mike. Mike, I appreciate it. And also joining us tonight from the secret offstage microphone, Jim Corhan is here. Jim, thanks.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for Jim Corhan being here. That's fantastic. We're gonna have a great kicking around the Philly sports. There's always a lot of misery. Not as much misery there used to be in the '90s, but still some misery. We'll find some. I guess we'll start tonight with the Phillies and the trade deadline. How'd you think they did, Mike, at the trade deadline, the Phillies?
Well, I was hoping that they would get a bat. I was really hoping they'd get Eugenio Suarez or guy. Yeah. Who's the guy from Cleveland? Swan. What was his name?
Swan, but he didn't move. Apparently, they weren't going to move him. I know.
No, they want a Painter for him, and they don't want to give Painter up. And Swan was just he's like a singles hitter. He wasn't going to give him much pop. They get very limited home run production out of their outfield.
The home runs are
very, very limited out of the third base, but it was another power position.
Yeah, I know. It's home run. The only guy hitting homers is Schwarber. At Castellano, who seems to have lost he was a home run guy. I don't know what happened to him. And Bohm is 6'5". You think he'd have more power, but he's never had more power. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I really thought Bohm was going to get traded. I really did. I know they tried hell to trade him in the offseason.
But I don't know. But the guy Quan they tried to get, he's under contract for 2 more years. So there's no hurry for Cleveland to trade him. You know what I mean? They can take their time. They can take offers. There was no hurry to trade him. So, I mean, would have been nice to get him. But the one guy I would have liked to have gotten, Baltimore gave up that Ramon Laureano, an outfielder. He's a better bat than the guy we got, Bader. I wish they could have made an offer for him. But this Bader that they got, he doesn't seem like anything special. Yeah. He's just another. He's not in the lineup tonight again. I mean, if you're not going to play him every day, I don't. But the closer they got, this guy is really. He's the real deal for sure. He's under contract for 2 more years. That's a great trade. To get a guy like that or have him under contract for 2 more years. What do you think of the trade deadline?
I mean, I was hoping for Mason Miller. I mean, that was the guy.
Yeah, I was surprised he got traded late. They said they weren't going to give him up. I think Dombrowski had his orders not that, you can't not to
probably, but the guy they got is good. The closer they got is good. I can't complain.
Oh no,
about
I'm not upset by this at all. And you didn't give up as much because the Padres gave up a lot.
Oh yeah, the Padres
clean their farm system.
They went for it. Well, they don't win the World Series. It's is it worth it? Who knows?
Well, the good thing for them is nobody in San Diego would care.
No, that's true. No, but they won't even notice. They'll be out in the sun enjoying the 70-degree weather, and they'll never notice that the Padres didn't do anything.
That's what Dombrowski said. Last time that they just unloaded their whole farm system, they had that barren year from 2009 to wherever. He said, he's not going to do that again.
Yeah, but the thing is, when Ruben Amaro made those trades, none of those guys really panned out.
They didn't.
None of those guys.
You're right.
The one guy is actually still playing, though. That catcher, Denard, he's actually still in the major leagues. He went in the Halliday trade. So amazingly, he's still playing. He's always been like a backup catcher, good, solid backup catcher, but he's still playing all these years later, but none of those guys panned out.
Which just goes to tell you that we would have still sucked anyway if they gave up.
Even if they had made those trades, those guys would have still, at least they went for it.
Drebeck was the big one back then. And then he hurt his arm.
Yeah.
He never,
So this is why I always say Ruben might not be the greatest general manager, but he was the most entertaining.
Oh, and
that dude couldn't wait to pick up an ace every year.
He was a gambler too. He went for it. I'll give him that.
I love him.
I'll give him that he went for it. I appreciated that. But the thing that's driving me crazy about the Phillies is they whatever it is, they don't want to bring up Justin Crawford. I don't understand it.
That's because what do they call it? Time.
Service time. Same thing they did with Ryan. My thoughts on that were that maybe they don't think he's that good, and this was before the trading deadline. And they figure if they keep him down there, then they're going to keep his, hold his value rather than bringing him up and being exposed.
Absolutely.
But now we're after the trade deadline. I mean, I hope they bring him up soon. I mean,
I thought they would bring him up Friday, the day after the trade deadline. I said they weren't going to trade him. Now bring him up. You didn't use him as a trade chip. Bring him up.
They said he's going to play every day when they bring him up. So I don't, I don't know why you needed Bader, why you need Marsh. And
Kepler's in the lineup again tonight.
Well, Kepler,
I think he's got blackmail pictures on John Middleton Middleton or something.
Kepler has been hitting the ball hard. He has been getting a lot of hits, but he's been hitting the ball.
207 or I mean, I don't.
Yeah, well, he's going to be toast.
Crawford at AAA, 300 batting average, over 400 on base, 800 OPS. He's got 33 stolen bases. I mean,
he said he hits a lot of ground balls. I think that was their.
I guess.
I read somewhere, I don't know how accurate. I can look it up while we're talking here, but that his service time for next year kicks in August 15th.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see him then.
I hope so. I don't understand this Max Kepler. I don't. I mean, admit your mistake that you brought Max Kepler in and it was a mistake. You just admit it. Cut your losses. I don't understand why and the other guy, the relief pitcher, Romano. I don't understand why he's still here either. Dombrowski should just admit his mistakes and cut these guys and move on. I don't understand why these guys are still here.
Well, it's not. It's when you're talking money, it's not really his decision. It's Middleton's decision.
They got to pay him they got to pay him to the end of the year anyway. They want 1-year deals anyway.
Romano's on a 1-year deal.
I believe so. I know Kepler is. I believe Romano's. Maybe it's not, but I know Kepler's a 1-year deal. 1 year, $10 million.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Kepler's not going to. He won't be here by my.
I can't believe he's still here. That's amazing to me, but. It really is. I don't understand it. I just I would like to bring Crawford and they bring this guy Bader in, and now there's 3 games now and he only started one of them. So you traded for this guy and he's not even an everyday player. I mean, that doesn't make any sense either.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, if Crawford comes up, Crawford's got to play.
Oh, put him in.
He's got to put him in center field. Now, you're going to platoon in left field with Marsh and Bader.
Marsh and Bader. I guess that's what I would do. I guess because I don't see. That's amazing to me. Bader, you would trade for the guy and then not have confidence that he's an everyday player. You can't play him against right-handed pitchers. Why did you trade for him? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
But I don't know. The Phillies, they might not, everybody's talking about it when we get to the postseason. They might not make the postseason. They're not a lock because if they don't win the division, they got to compete with other teams for the wild card. They might not make the playoffs.
Nobody wants to win this division.
No, they don't.
I'm waiting for the Marlins to just come and sneak in.
That could happen. They're pretty hot.
They just swept the Yankees.
The Yankees are in a free fall.
Everybody's sweeping the Yankees at this point.
Yankees really went into a fall. They're ready to kill Aaron Boone up in New York. He needs a bodyguard. So also talking about the Phillies last week, apparently Bryce Harper had a confrontation with the commissioner in the clubhouse. Did you read it?
I did, yeah.
If you're talking about salary caps, get the fuck out of our clubhouse. That's great. He ought to be that aggressive on the field as he is with the commissioner. But if they have a strike, the contract is up at the end of next year. If they're stupid enough to have a strike, if they can't work this out, the owners and the players, they deserve to lose their sport.
Well, the WNBA's already got higher national TV ratings than MLB. Is
that true?
Yeah. So this would just put the nail in the coffin.
If they're stupid enough to have another labor shutdown, then what happened in 1994 when they didn't have the World Series. If they're stupid enough to do it again, I don't know. I mean, I love baseball, but you got to be kidding.
And steroids saved them.
Yeah, steroids brought them back. You're right. Steroids brought them back. So if they're stupid enough to have another lockout.
And I'm a baseball guy. That's my favorite sport.
Yeah, me too.
Like they were talking about they need a floor more than they need a ceiling because
they
teams
do need a floor because you got the Pittsburgh Pirates and some of these teams who won't spend any A's who won't spend any money, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, but still, they got to find a way to work it out. You can't have another labor shutdown.
I think the floor is more important than the cap. But I mean, the cap, and also they got to change the rules on the cap. Like the Dodgers can't be signing guys if they don't pay for a decade.
Yeah, they defer the money till 30 years from now.
Bobby Bonilla.
Well, they did it with Ohtani. They deferred a bunch of money down the road.
And they did it with the other pitcher too, the other Japanese pitcher.
Oh, Yamamoto, yeah. Yeah, I think that's his name, or Kawasaki. I'm not sure what his name is. But
some kind of motorcycle.
They're signing. Who knows who they're signing? I think they just signed Emperor Hirohito. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play shortstop for the Dodgers next year. I'm not sure, but they're signing everybody. If they have another,
the only way to beat the Dodgers is get Godzilla.
But if they have another lockout, I mean, it'll be crazy. They'll deserve everything they get. They'll deserve every bad thing they get if they have another lockout. But I don't know. I don't have much. I mean, the Phillies, even if they get to the playoffs, they could get hot, I guess. But they should. When you look at that lineup, it should be a lot better. I can't believe how much problems they have scoring runs. When you look at that lineup, they should not be struggling that much to score runs.
After 3 or 4, I mean, Real Muto's been hitting better now.
He's been coming up, but
Stott's a dead spot. I mean, I like Stott. I don't know what I thought last year was just an outlier. I thought he was going to be good this year.
I don't know.
I don't know what his deal is.
But it's the outfield, Stott. It's just, and then when they put Marchand in there to give Realmuto a break, that's brutal. That's another thing I didn't understand. They gave Realmuto off Wednesday. The team was already off Thursday, and they would have been off the previous Thursday. He needed another day off. I was like, what?
His manager's head scratcher, some of these decisions that he makes.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't get it, but I mean, the Phillies, unless these guys start hitting Castellanos and Marsh and Stott, and Phillies are gonna have a tough time.
Well, Marsh has been pretty hot. Marsh has been
he's been getting a little bit better. But I mean, there's guys in that lineup. I don't know. Unless they start picking it up, I don't know. I mean, they should be better, but they're not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But they're no lock to make
At what point do you blame Kevin Long?
Yeah, really.
Well, a lot of people are screaming about Kevin Long, I guess, but some of these guys are veterans, like Castellan. Marsh has been around a while now. Maybe Stott's in his 3rd year. It can't always be the hitting coach.
They're just not going to listen. I mean, Castellanos is just an undisciplined hitter. He drives you crazy, man. And if he does that in the playoffs this year, I think TV's going to be a casualty.
He loves to swing at that first pitch. I mean,
and they never throw him a strike. They don't have to.
Why would you? Now he's gonna go fishing on the first pitch all the time.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Kevin Long with the veterans. I mean, the veterans are going to do their thing. I'm talking about these young guys
like Stott.
I mean, they've all slipped. Stott.
And Rojas, they finally sent him back down. I don't know what they were waiting for. Why they kept him up here as long as they did. Rojas, they finally sent him back down. But
they're going to have him playing right field. They said, but he does dumb shit. Man.
He's another Odubel Herrera, Dominic Brown,
Lonnie Smith.
Dominic Brown. There was another one that was thinking, Jeff Stone. They don't get it. I mean, they just don't get it. They try to coach him and they don't get it. He's another one of those.
He's
guys.
Great defensively, though, man. He was.
But I mean, he just wasn't getting.
If you had some more bats in that lineup, you could afford to cover for him, but you don't.
But the guys they do have bats theoretically on paper, but on the field they don't hit. I don't understand.
See, I would put Rojas on my playoff roster.
Really?
I wouldn't have him as a starter, but I also wouldn't have what's his face in the lineup ever. He wouldn't even be on the team.
Who?
So Kepler.
Oh yeah, but
Kepler's going to be gone.
I want to get DFA Kepler and bring Crawford up in his spot. I mean, I think give Crawford a shot. You're going to keep putting Kepler out there hitting 207.
Well, he's going to go, and Weston Wilson's going to get sent back down.
Well, Weston Wilson's another one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why
he's only on the team because Bone got hurt. He's taking Bone's spot. Bone comes back off the injured list, and Wilson's going to be out.
But why not just bring up Ada Miller?
He's still in Double-A, though. He's never even played Triple-A yet. I mean, I don't know. That's a big jump from Double-A to the major leagues for a team that's in the playoff race. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that.
I'm not worried about their pitching, though, man. If they bring Nola back and Nola's anyway effective, and then, it's only a short series, you put Luzardo, and then Luzardo will take Alvarado's spot. And Alvarado will be back for the end of the year, at least.
The starting pitching, but that bullpen, like the closer's good, but the 7th and 8th inning, I worry about. I worry about the 7th and 8th inning for the bullpen.
Strom's pretty good.
But he was struggling yesterday.
You'll get Alvarado back, but I don't think he's in postseason.
No, he's not.
But he can play. We can get him down the stretch, though.
Which
he'll be there to get us into the
Which
playoffs anyway.
is good, hopefully.
Nolan's good for just getting. I mean, I'm kind of over Nola. I'm over him. I don't even see him on the field.
If he can come back healthy, maybe he can help him. I mean, maybe he was pitching hurt earlier this year. I'd love to
come
see
back healthy with a couple home runs and what.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's like what inning is he going to give up 2 home runs?
I know he gives up home. That's why people say he should be in the bullpen. You can't put him in the bullpen because you can't put a guy in.
Wheeler's not a given either, man. Wheeler's slipping.
The last couple starts, he hasn't been great.
So he's a pattern guy. He talked about this a year or two ago. He needs to be on that pattern. I think that All-Star break screwed up his pattern, and he needs to get back on it.
Maybe, but
because he was off like 9 days.
Yeah, but he's a veteran. He's got to be able to do that. He's got to be able to. I mean, he looked good the first couple innings yesterday. Then he gave up a couple home runs. I don't know what happened.
He said he only had like two fastballs over 95.
Yeah,
I mean,
bad. That's bad. Maybe
the Steve Carl, man. When you start to go, sometimes the bottom just drops out.
But he's not. He's 35. But I don't know.
He's talking about retiring when his contract's up too, which is the end of next year.
I think it's 2 more years. I think it's 2 more. But yeah, well, we'll see. I hope not, but we'll see. Yeah. So listen, what do we? How do we get it back to the Eagles, as they say? What do you think? This is the quietest training camp I've ever seen. I mean, I can't believe how quiet this training camp is.
Because they're the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, there's no controversies at all with this training camp. Usually there's a bunch of controversies. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing this year. I mean, it couldn't be quieter up there. It's weird to have a quiet Eagles training camp. What do you think this year? You like their chances to?
I'm thinking 12-5.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean they're stocked, man. They
are really talented. What do you think, Jim? The Eagles this year?
Well, you always have to be concerned about that Super Bowl hangover.
Well, yeah, people always talk about that.
I mean, they got the best line in football. If Saquon plays even 3/4 of what he did last season.
But look, the Chiefs did back-to-back, and they went to a third straight. So you can beat the Super Bowl hangover. The Chiefs did. So, I mean, and the Eagles are talented. So if they don't have a good year, it will be the Super Bowl hangover because you see how talented they are. They should win.
The division's not strong either. Dallas sucks. No. Washington's not as good as everyone thinks.
Washington's going to be pretty good. That James Daniels ain't no joke, man.
They come on last year. Yeah, we'll see what he does. And,
but didn't they just lose their wide receiver?
Well, he wants to leave. Trade. McLaren. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I mean, he wants a trade. But I don't know. I think the Eagles should be favorites to certainly win a division and maybe make a run with that talent on the team. There's no question they should be. They should be favorites.
When was the last time they had the NFC East had a repeat?
Oh, it's a long time, right? It's a long time since they had this. The Eagles might break that. Might break that. But here's what I want to talk about with the Eagles. They're talking about building a new stadium already, which is ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with the link. Can you believe they're talking about a new stadium with a retractable roof?
It's the Super Bowl. They want to bring a Super Bowl here.
But I mean, to me, that there's nothing wrong with that stadium. It's a perfectly good. Tell me they got to replace it.
They want to renovate it, and Lori wants to pay for it. Knock your socks off.
Fix it up a little. But why would you need a new stadium? I don't get that at all.
I can't afford to go down to any games anyway.
How old is that stadium? 2004, right?
Yeah.
And then when did the vet open? 70, and that was open. So that was 33 years. So this is what, 20 years? 21?
21 years. You could get. I mean, maybe can they put a retractable roof on the link? Can they do that, or does it have to be a new stadium?
I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah, I would think they could. Okay, if you do that, maybe I could see. But building a whole new stadium, to me, is crazy. It seems like the two stadiums are new to me.
And plus, with the retractable roof, I mean, the weather is supposed to be an advantage. That's what the NFC East is about, playing in the cold weather, crazy fans. You take all that away. You just have a cosmetic atmosphere.
Yeah, I agree. Football should be.
Don't even get me started. I'm a traditionalist. I don't want any domes. I don't want any retractable roofs.
I hate domes.
I hate it all. Let the Super Bowls be in New Orleans every year. I don't care.
Football and baseball should be outdoor sports. No question about it. But I didn't get that they're talking about.
Well, baseball shouldn't be played in the World Series. The biggest games are played on it's freezing out.
They should definitely have rainouts in baseball. But I'm saying I still don't like domes. I still like it to be outdoors.
I don't like the World Series in October and November it's
what are you going to do? They're so greedy. They want so many games and so many playoff games.
I don't mind October. November's a little late.
It's ridiculous because they have to have all these playoff games and everything to generate more revenue. It's terrible. But it should be over. But it shouldn't be stretching that far into November. Almost Thanksgiving some years.
It's so bad now they're starting baseball in March.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But they're so greedy, they don't care. Yet they want to have a lockout. Making all this money.
It's greed's driving the sport for sure.
Yeah, greed's driving everything. So before we started, we were talking about this. Dallas is having a whole big thing with this. What is it? Micah Parsons?
Micah
Parsons. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen? Jerry's going to screw another one up. Jerry's going to screw another situation up. Jerry Jones. He's a beauty. Jerry Jones.
He's a one-trick pony. He won a couple Super Bowls with Jimmy Johnson, and ever since he's
fired Jimmy, and then fired Jimmy Johnson because he said he did it. Jimmy Johnson didn't do it. He said I can win with anybody, and then he bought Barry Switzer in, and they did win
with Johnson's playing. But it was two things. It was hiring Jimmy Johnson and that big Herschel Walker trade when they got that haul back
from Minnesota.
Those two things. But since then, he hasn't won anything. He had those two good decisions and nothing since then. And it's 30 years, right, since the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl? Yeah, it's 30 years.
Yeah, 95, I think.
Yeah, so I don't know, but he's going to screw up another one. I can't see them being very good this year. Cowboys, right? They shouldn't be very good this year.
No, that doesn't seem that way. Well, they do get Pickens, right? They do have two good wide receivers. They got I forget the other guy's name, but they got Pickens, and the other guy's really good too.
Yeah, but Prescott, I've never been impressed with him. The quarterback, some people love him. Dak Prescott, I'm not a big fan. He's just okay. He's just okay. And then talk about Washington. Washington, that kid looked pretty good last year. The quarterback.
Yeah, he did.
I'm still not sold on him, though. I mean, he might be decent, but I'm not sold on that team, that franchise.
Well, the Eagles spanked them in the NFC Championship game. They did. So we'll see. And then out of wide receiver wants to get traded, McLaren. So we'll see. But we'll be getting. I think it's a month. They're going to start up. I think the NFL.
It's the Monday. It's the Thursday after Labor Day.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be insane down there in South Philly. That Thursday night game when they're going to hang the championship banner and Jerry's going to be down there. And oh my God, I said Jerry's going to. When they put the championship banner, Jerry's going to be like that CEO with the Coldplay concert. He's going to hide. He doesn't want to see that banner. So he's going to. That's going to be a lot of fun, that Thursday night game, and all the games this year should be fun with the Eagles. They should be good, so it should be a fun year. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. The NFL, I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but people still love it. So.
I love it. There's always injuries too. Injuries are always the variable.
Suppose the Eagles would have lose. They would have lose Jalen Hurts. I don't know what would have happened. They'd be in big trouble. That kid, who's the quarterback up? Tanner McGee.
Tanner.
I'll bring in my boy from the prep, Kyle McCord.
Maybe they would. I don't know.
That's right.
I don't know what they would do, but they'd be in trouble. They lost.
I like Tanner McGee. Of course, everybody loves me saying in a preseason game.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. It'd be tough. He's the one guy you couldn't lose. I think. I mean, even if they lost Saquon, which you wouldn't want, they could maybe get by. But if they lost Jalen Hurts, I think they'd be in big trouble.
I love Jalen Hurts. I can't believe all the disrespect he gets, and I love that he don't give a shit.
That they ranked him 9th in the quarterbacks.
That's ridiculous.
That's incredible. He should be second.
He outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Twice he outplayed him.
I don't. He's a good football player. He's a really good football player, and he gets no respect.
He gets done what needs to get done, and he's at his best in the when the money's on the line, he plays his best. I love that dude.
Absolutely.
Man. He's just focused. He don't give a shit. He's not going to not flamboyant. He's just focused. It's he wanted to see Tom Brady, right after they won the Super Bowl. I had Michael Jordan. How do I repeat? I mean, that's
what you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want. You love it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I like him too. There's no question. But it should be fun this year when starting up. And how old is Mo Reese now? Is he 90 at this point, Mo Reese? I mean,
20, 35, 40.
It's
35, 40, 45, 50.
Jesus Christ, I can't remember how fucking old I am.
He still sounds good on the microphone. Then you see a picture of him and you can't believe how old he looks. You forget how old he is because he sounds so good on the radio.
Yeah.
And you see him and you go, wow. But he's an unbelievable legend. I mean, Harry Cowles is dead, Gene Hart's dead, and Mo's still there. That's amazing. Nothing stops that guy. He doesn't want to retire. He's one of those guys who had to drag him out.
Well, he kind of said that. He said, "I'm not retired."
He's like the Keith Richards of broadcasting. you can't get him out. He won't retire.
That's awesome.
He's not going to retire. It's amazing. But here's something.
I mean, Harry died in the booth, basically.
Yeah, he did. He died in the booth,
yeah.
And then Richie died on a road trip, Ashburn, in the motel. We won't talk about who he was with, but he died in the motel.
Harry.
But here's something I want to talk about. Should the Flyers bring back Carter Hart? You think?
Yes.
Do you think they should? I think they should consider it. I mean, the charges were all dropped, right? Everything the case is over.
It's bad optics.
Yeah, but
they need a goaltender.
Yeah, they need not having a goaltender is bad optics. But
bring me a goaltender. I don't care. He's innocent, right? He said or not guilty.
Charges were dropped. I mean, they're saying it was maybe it was bad behavior, but it wasn't criminal. So. I mean, I think they should consider bringing him back. They need a goaltender.
As long as
from a hockey perspective, yes. From an organization perspective, you're trying to sell tickets, and that's like a pretty upscale crowd. People are going to make moral judgments. I don't know if I think it would adversely affect ticket sales. So I think from a business perspective, I don't think they do.
Well,
once they start winning, they'll sell tickets.
The NFL doesn't worry about that stuff. I mean, look,
no,
they guys get arrested. I mean, the NFL doesn't.
But the NFL is going to sell out games regardless. The Flyers don't have that luxury anymore. That's true.
But I don't know. I think you should consider bringing him back. If the guy, if all the legal stuff is over.
Here's what you put on his contract. You say, listen, you want to come back, that's fine. But you go back to your room and you rub one off. You do not go with the boys to go, I don't know if
any of the sports they have a rub one off clause in the contracts. They might. There might be a new thing, knock one out. But no, I think they should definitely consider bringing him back because, I mean, the guy was the best goaltender they had over the last 20 years, right?
Well, the only year they made the playoffs was with him. Yeah. I mean, there's 4 other ones that they didn't make it with.
Well, and you have to consider that he's been out of the game for 2 years now. So, we don't know if he's going to be, what you remember.
But I mean, I think they should consider bringing him back. Maybe the contract, maybe they can get him on a cheaper contract or something. I don't know.
I think Edmonton's after him, and he'd probably be better off not playing in a big city.
I was going to say the same thing, Doc. He's gone to Edmonton. He's from Edmonton. They need a goalie.
Okay.
He could be their backup. And then maybe steal that job because that's they need a goalie.
I guess, but I don't know. I certainly would have considered it, but who knows? Who knows? Philadelphia. I mean, half the guys going to Philadelphia sports games have ankle bracelets on. What the hell's the difference? Go to an Eagles game. Half the guys are on probation. Half the fans. So what are you going to worry about this guy? But I guess something else I did want to talk about. See what the players are now getting in trouble with the a couple of baseball players got suspended for gambling, and Gilbert Arenas, the old basketball player, got arrested for running some kind of gambling operation. Here's the thing, though: once you make gambling mainstream,
what do you expect?
Exactly, what do you expect is exactly right. Shouldn't we have respected this? I mean, we're
almost like playing with fire, and you can't understand how you got burnt.
We're encouraging gambling.
Yeah. Exactly.
The sponsors, DraftKings.
Encouraging it. They jam it down your throat. Exactly. They're probably ruining families with all this nonsense. I hate it.
And now they're going to suspend guys for gambling when the leagues are making money off gambling. It doesn't, I don't know.
The Cleveland pitcher they were betting on whether the first pitch was going to be a ball or a strike, and there was a lot of action on the ball, and he threw it in the dirt. So I mean, you could be gotten to, sure.
But I mean, but they've made it such a big thing. Of course, the players are going to get in on it. Of course, players are going to start gambling. Like you say, it's like legal marijuana. When you make it legal, well, sure, people are going to smoke marijuana when you make it legal. So it's the same thing with gambling. When you make it, of course, people are going to gamble. I don't know, and the players are going to get suspended. This guy's getting arrested. I don't think we should be surprised. I'm not the moral squad, but I think it was better when gambling was sort of shunned. It was pushed aside. Remember, the NFL wanted nothing to do with it at one point years back.
I think the players should all get interpreters.
Yeah, they'll be getting their money stolen from them.
That was the biggest joke ever, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I mean, I don't know. Should we be surprised that the players are gambling, Jim? When it's as big as it is, when fans
they're already gamblers before this was even legal. Look at like Michael Jordan. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
So they already have that drive to gamble.
But I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. Gambling is such a big part of it now.
Here's what I'm more concerned about: these umpires. Look at some of these calls. These calls are like really Angel Hernandez type calls lately.
That's another thing.
And they dictate the game more than the players.
And that's another thing. You don't know whether the umpires are on the
they haven't gotten one of them yet, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh no, that what it happened in the NBA, and they had that guy that
Tim Donahue.
He's from here, wasn't he?
What's that?
Yeah, he was from Havertown.
Yeah, Delaware County. Yeah, he was. But that wouldn't surprise me if they catch an umpire. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't surprise me at all. But we were talking about the Flyers. What do you think of the Flyers this year, Jim? You're a hockey guy, aren't you? What do you think?
I don't know if they need a goaltender.
Well, what do you think of this Mitchkov? You like him, Mitchkov? You think he's the real deal?
I think he's the real deal. But they don't have a goaltender. They don't have any defense, and
no playoffs again. What do you think?
They should be able to sneak in, but. I don't know. You got to get a goalie, dude. These guys all suck. Urson is like a third stringer everywhere else in the league. He might give you one good game. And now crazy Flyer fans will tell you, oh yeah, we're going to win a Stanley Cup. But no, it's not happening.
I told you we get to the misery. We'd find some misery, even though we have all these good times too. We find some misery. But
the Flyers and Sixers will give you plenty of misery.
How many years have the Flyers not made the playoffs?
They made it in the COVID year, and that was it. Since like 18, I think.
So it's like 7 out of 8 years or something. They haven't made the playoffs. Something you got it. It's amazing. You think back to the glory years, and something like that could happen.
I have a lot of confidence in Keith Jones. I don't know if I think they'll make the playoffs this year. The season hasn't started yet. Maybe he can pull some kind of deal to get a goalie. But I like Keith Jones. Keith Jones, he knows what he's doing. And Danny Briere.
They brought in another new coach, right? Who is it this year? Target. That's right.
Who's a decent coach that guys want to play for? Listen, I'm getting tired of we're going to do it next year. I'm tired.
Oh yeah.
You know, and even that draft they had where they traded up for the center, and I felt like they gave up too much to trade up for that center where you could have got that same caliber of guy lower in the draft. But what do I know? I don't know. We'll see.
And
I hope I'm wrong.
There's no hope or no excitement whatsoever for the Sixers. Nobody even people try to forget we have a basketball team.
I get excited for them. I mean, I've watched the summer league games.
I get excited for all the teams. I'll be excited for the Flyers. You asked me the day before the season starts, I'll tell you that they're going to the playoffs.
Yesterday, Embiid was down there. He was on the field when the Phillies were taking batting practice. I was afraid half the Phillies were going to end up on the injured list just hanging around with Embiid.
Well, we have another Embiid on the Phillies. His name's Bryce Harper. Same guy.
Well, no, I don't know. I don't know.
Bryce is
the Phillies made it to the World Series one year. Already he's not. He's not Embiid. But I don't know. I can't see the Sixers with him and Paul George.
Well, Paul George doesn't even care. He's here for a paycheck.
Paul George couldn't care less.
No.
Couldn't. He's not. He forgets he's on the Sixers. They have to remind him what team he's on. He doesn't know where he has. What city am I playing in again? He's not even sure. He might show up with the wrong uniform.
I can't believe that when they sign these guys that they don't like thoroughly research them, like psychological evaluation to see, what do they got in the tank? What are we getting here? We're putting out a lot of money, and they don't. I mean, Scala was the same thing. I mean, what you got to do is talk to that guy for 2 seconds and realize he's a
space cadet.
Yeah, really. I mean,
and the irony in the Briscoe is the fact is that Snyder never wanted Russians on the team and never cared about goaltending, and he gets a Russian goaltender.
He was very impulsive. He needed a goaltender. He was, that's what I like about Jones. Jones and Briere are not impulsive. They're just going to try to build it slowly. I mean, it's agonizingly slow, I guess, but
it's too slow. Do something.
Well, Daryl Morey, he was determined to sign somebody that year. They signed Paul George, and he looked around, and Paul George was the only free agent, so he signed him.
So here's the thing with Daryl Morey. You're right.
He just had a bunch of money he wanted to give to somebody.
His free agent signing sucked, but if you look at his draft history, it's pretty solid. So maybe he should just try and build through the draft.
But now we're stuck with Embiid, and signing Embiid did an extension.
Yeah. What was up with that?
No one. I mean, I think he was on crutches when he signed it.
You had to do that one. You have to do that.
No, you didn't.
I'd rather trade. No, I'm a trade Embiid guy. But at that time, you got to make that.
No, they shouldn't have given an extension knowing his injury history. I mean,
yeah, you're right. That was an extension.
Yeah, it was an extension.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't.
It's completely unnecessary.
I have no idea why they did that.
I forgot that it was an extension.
No, I mean, it made no sense. But the thing with George, again, he just had money he wanted to give to somebody, and he looked around. He said, "Well, I guess Paul George is available. Let's give it to him." And
George, and that was stupid.
George was taking a nap at the time. He didn't even know he was a free agent.
The young guys, I'm more excited for than Embiid and George.
Oh, of course. I wish they weren't here and we were just going with the young guys. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
the city would probably be behind the team more too.
Oh yeah, but
we're over Embiid.
They're going to clog it up with these two, and then we're going to have the drama of Embiid. We're all going to have that mopey look on his face. I don't know.
That seventh game against the Celtics, man, and him and Harden just absolutely quit. I mean, what the fuck is this shit?
They did. They just absolutely did. 100% quit. Not even a question. They did.
Who's got more heart, Ben Simmons or Embiid? I'm starting to question that a little bit.
Well, Embiid by default is more hard, I guess, but it's not much. It's not much.
Yeah,
Simmons is a free agent.
Yeah. Somebody, I did hear somebody say maybe they should consider bringing it back. I think they took that person to a hospital as soon as he said that.
He was in here, wasn't it? Wasn't it Ed?
Oh, I think it may have been Ed. It may have been Ed. That's why he's not here tonight. He's getting evaluated at a rubber room for saying that. I think. But I don't know. We'll see with the Sixers and the Fly. I'm a Sixers fan, but I'm kind of dreading the season starting just because it's going to be the same soap opera.
If Simmons didn't play here already, I'd bring him in.
I don't know.
As a guy off the bench for 7 minutes, shut down another guy. But I don't want him here just because we have a bad history with him.
But the amazing thing was the guy went to 2 All-Star games, and then all of a sudden he just fell off the map. And now now it's the type of thing where you play 7 minutes.
That's
it's amazing.
He didn't want to play basketball. That guy.
Oh,
he just did not want to play basketball.
Didn't he have an issue with like his sister or his brother or something? Like one of those family members.
The other guy didn't want to play either. Markel Fultz. He didn't want to play basketball either.
He's another one.
Yeah,
doesn't anybody examine these guys?
They keep getting guys who don't like basketball.
That guy couldn't shoot a foul shot.
Yeah.
Neither one of them could.
They keep drafting guys who don't like basketball. It's probably not a good idea to draft basketball
And we
players.
traded out of the first pick for that.
But yeah.
For Fultz.
Both
Who was that? Was that Jalen Brown or was that the other guy?
Yeah, but then they got Tatum.
Tatum,
that's what it was.
But supposedly they had some under the table deal that the Sixers, if they trade, they wouldn't draft Tatum. Or that's always been the talk. They had some secret deal that if we trade you the first pick, you won't draft Tatum.
First off, rule number 1: do not trade with Danny Ainge.
Yeah, well, there you
that
go.
should be rule number 1. That guy, it's like he steals players.
Yeah, I know you think a Mormon wouldn't be that sneaky, but apparently he is.
I mean, look at how he built that Kevin Garnett Celtics franchise, and then he traded them all off to the Nets once those guys were no longer able to play.
He's not with the Celtics organization anymore.
He's with the Jazz.
Jazz, right? That's right. He's with the Jazz out there in Utah where the Mormons are.
And he took that kid that everyone was saying don't draft. I forget the kid's name, and he's now in Utah.
Oh,
so that kid will probably become a superstar.
I know who you mean because people were screaming for the Sixers.
They wanted the Sixers to draft.
Some people wanted to see. I know you. I can't think of his name either. You're right.
But nobody wanted to draft. None of the management, should I say, not fans. Yeah. Management didn't want to draft many franchises because allegedly he is a loose.
Right. I know. Yeah, I can't think of his name.
He'll become a stud. He'll be the best player in the NBA in like 3 years.
Oh yeah, well probably the Sixers didn't draft him. Yeah. So the NFL, here's something I want to talk about. The NFL is going to be going to or thinking about going to virtual first downs in a couple of years. No more the chains.
I thought that was this year. I thought I saw something.
I saw that on the Hall of Fame game.
They did it in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think they're doing it in the regular season.
Okay, so that was just a trial.
I think so. I think it's a good idea with the technology they have nowadays. Why wouldn't you do it?
I love the chain gang. How much?
Yeah, put a couple more chain gang guys out of it.
Just like in baseball with the balls and strikes.
I hate it.
They should just go. I think they should get rid of the umpires and just have a computer.
They're going to do that, I think, next year, aren't they?
I think.
No, they're going to have it like you can challenge it.
Oh, the challenge.
Yeah.
The challenge.
I hate all this technology.
Yeah, I know, but I mean. They do it in tennis with the balls, and it works, apparently.
Yeah.
The balls and strikes, I think it'd be perfect for it.
Well, any sport that's going to need it will be baseball because these umpires are
they're
worse
terrible.
than I've ever seen.
The balls and strike umpires
not just Phillies
terrible.
related either. There was a play against that benefited the Phillies a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
and I was like,
there was a game the other night that wasn't the Phillies weren't involved, but I was looking at the clip on Twitter, and the announcers were going crazy. The ball, wasn't even close.
Oh, was that the Mets?
Yeah, it was the Mets.
What's his face?
Yeah. I mean, but they're just the balls and strike umpires are just terrible. So I'd love to see the computer. But for first downs, it makes sense. The TV networks already do it. They already put a line. So why shouldn't the league just do it? Man,
I love the chain gang's cool, man.
But I mean, it's outdated. It's from something from the 1950s. You're running out there with a chain.
I still live in the 1950s, even though I didn't live in the 1950s.
I know, me too. I'm old school
traditionalist
too, but they kind of sort of have to do it with the money involved nowadays and the technology. They sort of have to do it.
Gambling involved.
That's another thing. They sort of have to do this virtual stuff because.
Yeah.
I think it kind of makes sense.
That's the kind of thing I wouldn't be as annoyed. What does annoy me is the pitch clock in baseball. That kind of stuff drives me nuts.
The pitch clock is the best thing that happened in 30 years.
No,
Jim, the games are 2.5 hours now. They used to be 4 hours. You want to sit through those 4-hour games? No.
I love the mental battle of a pitcher and a catcher. Pitcher and a hitter.
You can't sit through those 4-hour games. I mean, the games were brutal. You can't sit through those games.
But in the playoffs, they're still there's no pitch clock, right?
No, there's a pitch clock. Sure.
There's a pitch clock. There's no ghost runner in the playoffs.
Oh, ghost runner, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Ghost runner, which is why I really hate the ghost
that's
runner.
awful. That's the worst.
Some of the best games were like 18-inning games, man.
Yeah, but
you fall asleep, you wake up 4 a.m. Mitch Williams hits a home single to win a game. That's great.
But the games now are so much better because they're so fast. The idea that the batter's in and out of the batter's ball, the pitcher's standing out there and not throwing the ball, that was brutal. It was brutal. They needed a pitch clock. They had it. I mean,
I feel you're taking away a competitive edge one way or another. The batter is stepping out as the pitcher's ready.
Oh, that's just brutal. That's brutal.
I love it. I love when they call timeout.
I see what you're saying, but it's just impractical to do that anymore. It's just impractical.
People can't watch that. You're talking about the ratings with the WNBA. Right. People can't watch that. Nobody's going to watch that. There's 4-hour games. They can't. I mean, it's just brutal.
I love when the other team calls a timeout when the kicker's about to kick. Well, I love strategy.
But I mean, in football, they have a play clock, and the NBA has a shot clock. I mean, they got to keep it moving. In baseball, it was too much. There was nobody to blame but the players. And the umpires wouldn't speed it up, so they had to do something. And I think the pitch clock is great. Best thing baseball's done in 30
Who's
years.
that guy, Steve Traxel, the human
the
rain
human
delay?
rain delay. Steve Traxel, yeah. Human rain delay. He used to call Mike Hargrove that too when he was playing for Cleveland. He'd be in and out of the batter's box.
Well, Dykstra too. Dykstra used to be.
Yeah,
I was going to say
Bryce Harper was doing that too. But
yeah,
now they
it's
pick
strategy. You got to psych out the opposing pitcher.
Yeah, but it's too much. You can't have these. It's just too much. You can't have these games just dragging on and on and on and on and on. So, Mike, you excited that Philadelphia's getting a WNBA team in a couple years?
I might be able to afford tickets for that one. You know what? I do like that. Wow, why can't I think of the girl's name? The
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Everybody likes
Caitlin
her.
Clark is fun to watch, man. Great passer. Good shoot from like she's fun to watch. I'll actually watch that for a couple minutes if she's playing.
She's fun when she's not getting beat up down there. When I'm not beating the hell out of her.
And that's how ridiculous is that? I mean, she's the league. She's the face of the league. She's making. That's what I think it was Bill Burr said. She's the reason you got chartered flights.
As I said, people have more respect for Caitlyn Jenner than they do Caitlin Clark. Caitlyn Jenner's the more beloved Caitlyn.
But
now.
here's the thing. I was thinking about, because after your last show where you were talking about that, and I don't know, man. Michael Jordan got beat up by the Pistons.
Yeah.
So it's
he did.
You got to figure out how to beat her. You know, the excuse is that it's because she's whatever, she's white or whatever, and that could be it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, they also need to get her out of the game because you want to win. And that's how the Pistons were able to knock off Jordan all those years.
They did, but I don't know. They got this enforcer. Sophie Cunningham is supposed to be the enforcer. They brought her in the fever. She's supposed to be the bodyguard.
Beautiful.
The bodyguard for Caitlin Clark.
Beautiful.
She's hot.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
What's that?
She's hot.
Oh, yeah, Sophie.
She's 7 foot of hotness. She's a tall girl.
It's very sexist, James.
But
Hey, welcome to the train wreck, Mike.
The WNBA, they were wearing T-shirts. Did you see they were wearing T-shirts that said, "Pay us what we deserve," or "Pay us what you owe us"? I don't know. I don't think they want that. I don't think they want to get paid what they. There's two people who shouldn't get paid what they deserve: stand-up comics and WNBA players. You know what? You don't actually want to get paid what you.
Well, it's basic economics. I mean, if you're not bringing people to the game and you're not getting a big television contract, then you're not going to get paid big money.
Exactly
and
right.
They're
still being subsidized by the NBA. So I don't know, but another thing I've said this before. Are people really going to go down there and pay this parking and concessions for women's basketball?
I think people will. I wish
Really?
they played down at Palestra. I might go down if they played at the Palestra. I like to watch any games
I
at
think they're going to
Palestra.
play in a smaller building. And
Then
then
what they
maybe
gonna
when
play
Caitlin
the-
Clark comes in, that's what they do in Washington. They'll play in like Georgetown somewhere. And then when Caitlin comes in, they go to the big arena.
I thought the plan was for them to play. They're going to build this new arena for the Sixers and Flyers, right? They're going to talk
Yeah,
about.
but they could probably customize it for WNBA leagues. Like, remember when they used to have the concerts down at Spectrum and they put the
did.
curtains up?
I guess maybe
small.
they'll do that, but with the WNBA, I don't know. And as I said before, it better be a short name, because if you want Mayor Parker to be able to spell it, it better be something nice and short. Philadelphia Bell or something. Not too many letters, because you get another big problem with
But
Sherrod
why not
Parker.
play it down in Temple, and then you can always give away tickets if you have a low turnout to the students.
You want people to go to North Philly? Is that where you encourage people to go? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to be a selling point. Going down North Philly and watch a women's basketball game. Maybe.
Or Palestra. I don't think they would do. I don't think they would do the Palestra.
No,
the Palestra doesn't have any of the amenities.
It's great, but it doesn't have what a professional league is looking for. And of course, the WNBA now, they had 2 instances recently where somebody threw a dildo on the court in the middle of the game.
Did they really?
Yeah, twice it happened. And that's Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, stop throwing dildos on the court. You're going to hurt somebody. Which
was it Joel Embiid?
Yeah, he tore his rotator cuff.
Well, now you can gamble on what the color the dildo is going to be. And I meant to have that image ready.
I didn't hear that. That's wild.
If you talk about this for a minute, I'll have the image.
Is that true? You can gamble?
Oh, yeah.
Color, there you go. But
I posted it on Bro.
But they're suspending baseball players for gambling when you're gambling on dildos. I mean, to me, this is unnecessary. If there's any group of people who already have plenty of dildos, it's WNBA players. I promise you, there's no shortage in those locker rooms of dildos. So it's not necessary. I heard the mascot on for the WNBA team is going to have one of those cannons, and they're going to shoot dildos instead of hot dogs like the Fanatic does.
One girl was out with a hyperextended tongue.
Well, you saw the 2 girls that one of them got traded, and they were a couple.
Oh, and they broke it up?
And they broke it up and they were crying or something. Yeah.
Oh.
It's
oh my God, the Real Housewives of the WNBA. Nice, nice. I don't know about this women's basketball.
I don't want to be pissing off the lesbians.
I don't know. I don't know about this women's basketball. But you actually heard that they were going to gamble?
I got it. I'm trying to grab it. I got to find where I put it.
Well, they gamble. Is that in the American or because in London they have all these?
It was Vegas. It was like betonline.com or something.
And you can do that.
If you can gamble on it, that's what creates interest.
Here it is.
There's in England and in the
color of the third WNBA dildo, because apparently there's been 2 already. So now you can guess the color: black, brown, rainbow.
They actually have something like that on one of these gambling
this
sites?
was like betonline.com. I don't know if that's in America, but I'm assuming it is.
But I mean, I know the UK has these crazy gambling things. You can gamble on so much over
This could be UK. I don't know, but
like
it was
for years you could bet. Like in England, you could bet on a presidential election or the Academy Awards. You couldn't do it here. So, but I don't. Maybe you can now. Maybe with this stuff, we're so crazy now. Maybe you can.
Find out where BetOnline is.
But I was talking about James Harden earlier. Mike brought James Harden up. You see where they signed him to an $81 million contract? Is that unbelievable that you would sign James Harden to that kind of money, knowing his career and the way he quits? Would you sign him to anything, James Harden? Would you want him?
Illinois. That company is out of Illinois.
I wouldn't sign onto a cell phone contract.
Would you want James Harden on your team? I wouldn't want him on my team for anything.
No, I mean, he doesn't win championships. I'd put him on a bad team that needed to sell tickets.
And then he wants to leave at the end. They
who knows if he's gonna disappear mid-season? I mean, I don't know. I can't believe.
If I'm in a city with a lot of strippers and a team that can't win, I'm signing the guy. But other than that,
the strippers will be happy. Yeah, that's where he spends most of his time. James Harden, he spends more time in strip clubs than John Cancel. I mean, for God's sake, James Harden. If you're watching, John, we know that's not true. It's amazing that people would still want a guy like that. People like Harden and Paul George. I don't know how they keep careers going. When people can see that they don't care. I don't get it. Russell Westbrook. Some of these guys are amazing. They hang around.
I do think Russell Westbrook cares. I just think he's a little bit of a.
They hang around. But didn't I see Chris Paul just sign with the Clippers? Then got traded back to the Clippers. So he'll be with Harden now. He'll be back with Harden.
That's going to be
I thought I saw that.
That's going to be an interesting locker room.
I thought I saw that. And then who's the other guy they have over? Is it Kawhi? Is Kawhi with the Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand some. At least Kawhi won 2 championships. I'll give him that.
I mean, Chris Paul's a guy that I would definitely bring in to mentor somebody. He might be one of the best point guards of all time.
I guess.
But Harden's a mess.
I don't know with this NBA. I don't know with some of these guys. They really don't. I don't understand.
No, they throw some crazy money around. Man.
And somebody, and you, like you said, like you got a guy like Paul George doesn't even care when he's getting this gigantic.
Well,
money.
they got half the roster of the other sports, so
yeah,
and they're bringing in the same amount of revenue.
Yeah,
almost.
I guess.
Obviously not the NFL, but so it's easier to have a higher cap, so they're paying these guys $40-50 million. I mean, you're gonna have at some point you're gonna have $100 million guy a year.
I guess.
What did the Sixers sell out too, man?
Well, baseball, we're close to it, aren't we? With Shohei, aren't we close to that with Shohei?
Oh yeah,
with the money he's making.
Yeah, but he's a hitter and a pitcher.
He's unbelievable. Shohei's one of the best players ever come along.
Just got signed to a big contract. Let me see what that was.
Who got signed to a big contract?
Luka. I think it was today or yesterday.
Oh, Luka did.
He's all working out now still.
With the Lakers, he signed an extension, right?
Yeah, 3 years, 165.
Yeah.
So what's that? 60 million?
Well, LeBron's got to
$55 million.
LeBron's got to be mad, right? Because now, I'm surprised he's not asking for a trade, LeBron. To get Luka's getting, and make sure they take care of Bronny, the Frank Sinatra Jr. of basketball, Bronny James. They're taking care of him. So Jim made a suggestion, Mike, before the show. You're a big college basketball guy. You think college basketball is dead in Philly? I mean, is it ever going to come back?
It's dead, unfortunately.
It probably is dead.
Well, Villanova's probably going to be decent.
Did they keep Kyle Neptune as their?
No, Kyle. I think he's out. Yeah, he's out. I think he's.
Did they bring a new coach in?
The problem with
they bought the guy from Maryland. Then
okay.
The problem with the Big Five, it was already struggling outside of Villanova, but the problem with the Big Five now is with these NIL deals.
Oh,
all these city stars that would usually stay, they're going to go to the Dukes and Kentuckys of the world.
And of course, it used to be different. With that pro sports wasn't as big in Philly as it is now. Pro sports are so big in Philly, there's almost no oxygen left for college guys.
We also had coaches that like John Chaney and and
Speedy
and Fran Dunphy and those guys, even Raleigh. and city guys knew them and they wanted to go play for these guys. And you don't have who's coaching these teams? Who's coaching Temple? It was Aaron McKee. I don't even know who's coaching Temple.
I'm not sure who's coaching any of them, to be honest with you. I really don't.
I find myself watching more old Temple games on Mike Frieswick's YouTube channel. Temple versus like North Carolina, 87. You know, I was watching the other day. I was watching Temple Penn. Doc probably remembers this. The Temple got off to like a 24-0 lead in the first half. It was like 88.
What year was this? 1988 or something?
It was 88. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even care about the Big Five.
I thought I had a lot of time with my hands. 1988 basketball games.
If some of these Catholic League stars, I like to go to the high school basketball games. High school basketball is my favorite.
Yeah.
And if some of these guys would stay local and play in college, I mean, I'd watch them.
No, I would too, but I just don't think they're going to do it. Like Speedy Morris, right? He was a high school coach and went to college. No, Cheney wasn't. He was at Widener. But these guys were in the community with the tournaments and all that stuff, and I don't feel like we have that anymore.
Oh no, it's completely different. I mean, Sunday mornings you can listen to Sonny Hill talk about it, but it's gone. And,
yeah. You never listen to Sonny?
In the living room.
I love Sonny.
In the living room.
Listen to the lyrics now.
My only problem with Sonny is I haven't listened in a while, but does he still have the COVID doctors on for 45 minutes in the morning?
No.
He used to have these COVID doctors on 2 years after COVID was over.
I listened to him during the NCAA tournament. And the tournament was great, and he was talking about the Eastern League back in like 1962.
Of course.
I love when he has these old guys on.
It's a nostalgia show. How old is Sonny? I gotta. He's in his
90s.
He's like
90, I think.
Yeez.
I carry Guy Rogers Bay.
But he does a 3-hour show on Sunday morning from 7 to 10. I mean, he's got a bunch of energy to do that.
No, I think is it 7 to 10?
7 to 10. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 8. No, it's 8 to 10.
It's 8 to 10.
I thought they expanded it to 7.
No, they got Ruben Amaro and Devin King.
No, that's on Saturday.
That's on Saturday.
I think it's 7 to 10.
So Sonny was born in 36, so he's going to be 90 this year. Next year.
Now, wow. Sonny
He just had a birthday. He sounds
July pretty 22nd. Good when he's on there. He sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
His voice, it's amazing energy. Holy cow. What if I'll still be doing my podcast? And I'll go, God, somebody shoot me if I'm still doing my McGonigal podcast. I'm 89 years old. Trying to get canceled and not to do a no-show.
He's got a bit of an ego on him, Sonny.
He does have an ego.
Oh, he discovered everybody. He discovered everybody.
But it doesn't matter. Just the stories alone, though. I love.
It is funny. Every name they bring up, he tries to. Are you kidding me? He was good friends with anybody they bring up. Anybody, I think Babe Ruth, Red Grange. He was good friends with all of them. You kidding?
I was there when we were going up with the ladder to take the ball out of the basket.
Yeah, he was there for all of it. Sonny didn't miss anything.
I think he did know Coach Carter. I've heard of her. Did you ever see that movie, Coach Carter?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
He probably did.
What is Coach
Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't think I ever saw that.
It's really good.
No,
really good.
I must have missed that.
Black coach coaching kids in the ghetto. And
wow.
It's
was he dropping F-bombs? Samuel L. Jackson, he's good at dropping F-bombs.
You're going to fucking shoot this fucking ball, motherfucker.
He's the best.
He's good, man.
Nobody drops F-bombs like Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, nobody. Not even George Carlin. Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody drops F-bombs like him. Well, what do you think, Jim? We've done not quite an hour, but about 50 minutes or something.
Whatever you want.
We did a pretty good show tonight, and the Phillies. We'll see what happens with the Phillies. I don't know. We got we'll see. Nobody seems to want this National League East. I don't know. That's your Dick Allen shirt, huh, Mike? You got your Dick Allen. Nice.
Oh, you know what? I met Dick Allen's kid one time at the Sports Writers Banquet, and I had the best conversation with him about, the racism when his dad was here. Of course, it was horrible what they did to Dick Allen. But as it related to Donovan McNabb, Dick Allen's kid was telling me that, Donovan McNabb was a victim of racism too. I said, no, he wasn't. Donovan McNabb was just a fucking jerk off.
Yeah.
I said, when they retired Donovan's number, 2 of his teammates showed up. Both of them were paid to be there.
What was one of your favorite Dick Allen moments? Because he's one of your favorite players, right?
Oh my God, growing up, man, just the ball going over the left center field Coke sign. Oh, he was phenomenal, man.
I remember when they brought him back in '75. I remember that.
Yeah,
being 10 years old and they brought him back. Yeah.
Why do you think it took them so long to put him in? I mean,
in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, his numbers, if you think about it, his numbers were sort of borderline, like Dave Parker. Both of their numbers were.
Here's the thing, though. To me, the criteria should be, were you a dominant player during your era for a certain period of time in your prime?
Yeah.
And he was. As was Dave Parker.
Yeah, they had big years, but then they had years that they sort of up and down careers. You know what I mean?
So you mean to tell me you think Harold Baines should have gotten in before?
That's the worst choice ever.
Did you ever check out Phil Rizzuto's stats?
Yeah, they weren't that great.
He didn't have great stats.
He won the MVP one year, but he was just a good player the rest of the time.
But should Ryan Howard be in? Should he get in?
No, in my opinion, no. I don't think him or Chase or Jimmy should get in. No.
Ryan Howard won't get in. It's the Phillies' fault he won't get in because they blocked him. That pisses me off to this day. They brought in Jim Thome because they built a new stadium and they wanted marquee name. They should have gotten a center fielder or an outfielder. That's criminal what they did to Ryan Howard.
I don't think
Ryan Howard would be the first ballot Hall of Famer if they would have been up on his.
I don't think they realized how good he was, and I mean at the time everybody was excited to get Thome.
I was excited to get Thome.
Everybody was excited to get Thome
for that.
Everybody was excited.
I mean, I'm with Doc. If there was a DH back then it makes a hell of a lot of sense. But Howard's problem was, the second half of his career. I mean, they would just put that shift on him, man, and he just.
Oh, imagine him now with the no shift.
That's what I'm saying. Like he would just be a monster.
Well, even Chase, they could have brought him up earlier, except they had Placido Polanco. Remember, so they didn't bring Chase up. He could have been up earlier too.
Right.
But I don't know if those guys will make.
I think of those three guys, I think Utley gets in. I think he's very popular.
I don't think they were talking Rollins, but I'll be very honest with you. Rollins probably. I mean, he's got great stats, but I remember listening to the games like the guy before him would walk on 4 pitches. He'd be up swinging from his heels. He used to drive me crazy.
Doc, I used to call him Willie Mays Hayes. He used to drive me nuts.
Rollins is a 259 hitter career, right? I mean, I don't know about him being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, good glove. I mean, and was exciting, big time playoff player, but I don't know about Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think Utley gets in because of the popularity contest.
Yeah, but
I think he's popular.
Remember, he was hurt a lot. He missed a lot of time. I don't know about him being in the Hall of Fame.
He's got a reputation of being a little bit of a dirty player too.
He missed a lot of time. I mean, you got to be on the field.
How about Hamels? You think he gets in?
Hamels,
he's up for next season.
I don't think there's any chance. I mean, he's a good pitcher, but I mean, he wasn't dominating. I don't say it. I'd be surprised. But I mean, you brought up Harold Baines. That's the worst choice ever. That's the worst choice ever.
I don't think any guys from that team really are Hall of Famers.
No, I don't think so. I mean, how about Jamie Moyer won 260 games?
Yeah, but he also played 260
years. I'm just saying. That's the famous trivia question. That Maddox and Jamie Moyer were drafted the same year by the Cubs, and they went on to win a combined 600 major league games. And how often does that happen? The team drafts 2 pitchers in the same draft, and then they win a combined 600 games. Yeah, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's great.
That happened.
And they won a lot of them on
away from
team.
the Cubs. Yeah. Away from the Cubs. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely they did. But, okay, so we did a great episode. Mike, I thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Hopefully you come back and talk sports some more. And hopefully some more controversial things will happen. We'll have more stuff to talk about in the next couple of weeks.
Anytime you want me, just give me a call.
Yeah, Jim, I appreciate you sitting in with us and doing this. And we'll, it was fun. I don't know. You didn't need another sports show, but you got one.
Lonnie Anderson's dead.
Lonnie Anderson's dead?
Yes.
Oh my God! What a way to top off the show.
Doc with the breaking news.
No better place than a sports show to hear that Lonnie Anderson killed over.
Wait, Lonnie Anderson or Lonnie Smith?
No, Lonnie Anderson.
Oh, Lonnie, the comedian.
No.
The hot chick.
WKRP
in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a hard time getting that casket closed.
But oh my God. But listen, just what we needed, another Philly sports show. We'll see you in another couple of weeks, folks. Thanks to Mike and Jim. Please share and like and subscribe. Tell people about it. Thanks, folks. See you next time.